What we're showing here today is how your Lase It will come to you and how to install the Lase It on the ceiling. Our application today is on a cement ceiling, so that's what we'll be showing you. Tony, if you'll, the box I'm focusing on right now is what typically the laser will come in, wrapped in bubble wrap. Tony, if you'll take that out and unwrap it, we'll show them what it looks like when they pull it out of the box. I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit after he gets it unwrapped. If you want to hang it like it, or hold it like it will be hung on the ceiling, you just, discard that and discard the box if you want to over. We won't use that anymore. There you go. That's how the Lase It will come to you. The part that Tony is holding right now, I'm zooming in on, is the flange that will be removed and put on the ceiling. Let me back off, and the laser is completely assembled, as you can see when you receive them, so there's nothing to assemble. The only thing you'll have to do in your installation is take that flange off that Tony is holding. Tony, if you'll take and just set that one down on the back of that pallet and show them. Where did I grab that? Yeah, that and the other flange is sitting there. I'm gonna focus on the Lase It right now that has it on. If you look, there's two flanges right here that come on the laser. The bottom one stays on the Lase It, and the top one is for the ceiling mount. What's holding them together is just a plastic coupling that Tony has in his hands. So you'll just unthread that, and then you've got the individual flange that Tony has in his other hand. If you want to show the other one, the flange and the extra, no, the flange you have in your left hand. That's the one you're going to put on the ceiling. So from here, we're going to show you how to install it on the ceiling. The first thing you'll need is you can take and set that over here if you want to, and we won't use that one anymore. The first thing you'll need to decide is where you're going to hang the Lase It. And to do that, the best thing is a plumb bob. And you can just make one of those out of a string and tying a nut on it. Tony, if you'll bring in the ladder, climb back up, and then we'll show the ceiling and how we came to where we installed that one. First, you want to make sure your printer is in the right position where it's going to be printed. Or you're going to have to, put that so there you go. Now he just put the pallets in their standard position. This is the pallet that you obviously load on. The pallet to the left over here where the box is sitting on it would be the one you would unload on. This happens to be an automatic tough 6-color 8-station. Now what he's doing is climbing the ladder, and I'm going to get in a different position so you can see how we came at where we installed it. Now there's the 4 holes we've already drilled. If you want to put it right down the middle of those 4 holes. And all you're doing is putting it up in the middle. And then you come down and so it ends up in the middle of your, let me get this focused again. So it ends up in the middle of your pallet. So that plumb bob is right over the middle of the pallet. I apologize, I'm not a very good photographer, but I hope this will help you out in doing that. So you're just using that string to make sure that your Lase It is straight over the middle of the pallet, which it is now. Okay, Tony, that's good. Now if you'll take out, you can see up on top, if I can get to it here. Where are we? Shouldn't be that hard to track that down. There they are. That's the 4 holes we have, and obviously what you would do is, Tony, if you'll take the flange and bring it up there with the magic marker, the Sharpie and show them. You just lay the flange up there after you marked where your dotted where your plumb bob was, lay it over the holes, and then you would just stick a magic marker in each hole marking where you're going to drill the holes. Okay. Then if you'll come down, we'll show them what we use. Now we recommend when you're putting anchors in cement, only use metal anchors. If you'll hold that one, and you can take the ladder away now if you want. I don't think we'll need that anymore. If you just show that in your hand, I'm going to zoom in on the. Oh, I'm having such a hard time finding everything today. This is called a. What is it called again?
Drop-in.
A drop-in anchor. This one requires a 3/8 inch hole in the concrete and a 1/4 inch bolt to go into it. Once you slide these in, you only want the hole as deep as the drop-in anchor is long. And then if you'll take that other tool and show them how you make that one tight, try to keep everything in the same place. I'm having a hard time keeping up with you. It's almost impossible to keep this thing on anything. Then once you put it in the hole, you're just hammering that into it to expand the back end of that and hold it in the hole. Then after it's in the hole and you've expanded it, then you're just going to take the flange, put it up there, and thread the. And then that will be in the back side, and you'll just thread those bolts, like Tony's showing you now. You'll just thread those bolts right into the back of that, and that's in the concrete. So that's what you're going to end up. The reason we highly recommend metal anchors is they won't give. It's not that the LASEIT is very heavy, it's that you have that leverage with the longer pipe, depending upon how tall your ceiling is, that it could be worked loose. Now that's as far as it goes with putting the anchors in. Now I guess we will need the ladder again. I was wrong. You want to go back up and install the flange. There's 4 bolts that are required for these anchors, and we're using washers with them. Now if you want to, I've got some Loctite sitting on the pallet here. You could put a few drops of that on your bolts if you want to, just to make sure they can't come back out. Now these bolts require a 7/16 socket wrench, and that's what Tony's going to use. While he's doing that, I'll show the process again when he gets them all tightened in. Just want to make sure they're really good and tight. The laser we showed you coming out of the box was the fixed laser. We also have a portable product that you can move and install. It comes with a magnet and a plate that the magnet sits on that has a flange on the back side of it, and it all comes pre-assembled, that you'll mount that up there instead of just the flange. And then this one is designed that that magnet, it has a switch on it, on and off, that either is holding it on the plate or releases it from the plate. So this one's actually portable if you want one. And you just want to use one and move it around from machine to machine, whether you go from an automatic to a manual or over to your hooping for your embroidery machines. This is the plate.